Abbie, founder of BeezGone. Abbie, I'm excited to talk to you today about your brand and what you do.
I finished up my college degree during the lockdown, I should say, the lockdowns. And so I was having problems getting a job. And I can honestly say I didn't get one interview based off of my degree or anything like that. And I was working little, nonsense jobs. And I was very frustrated because I wasn't able to find a good job, and B, leadership that I felt I could respect. I always say that if I'm going to work for someone, I want to work for someone who's smarter than me so I can learn something. And I was not finding that opportunity. And so I said to my husband, I'm like, I really would love to open my own business, but I don't even know where to start. I don't know what I would do. I'm lost. And he said, well, I did cure my own toe fungus. And I said, ew. I said, let's think of something else because I really don't want to deal with nasty toe fungus. That's gross. And so I keep on looking for jobs and all that. Nothing's happening there. And then so finally I said, okay, tell me about how you got the toe fungus. And so he did. And I said, well, I kind of like the idea of being able to do it, but like other things too, not just toe fungus. And so we started to do research on all natural stuff because the main thing that he used for the toe fungus was raw, unfiltered honey. And so we did a lot of research to find out what is the best all natural skin way to get rid of toe fungus, athlete's foot, and all that fun stuff. And we were kind of keeping it to the foot at the time. And as we were trying, we would do the formula and we would try it, and we would have our friends try it, family try it, and he would have some of his customers and coworkers also try it. They were using it on things that other than toe fungus and athlete's foot. One gentleman used it on his tattoo, and someone else was using it on their eczema. And so we got back on the computer, did some research. Even more, and adjusted our formula, and that's how we got our skin balm, and that's how everything started. And so people started using it, and we found out all these different things. Every time someone used it on a different skin issue, it worked. Like it ended up being way better than we expected it to be here, but it ended up here. Athlete's foot, toe fungus, eczema, psoriasis, non-hormonal acne. Like it did not help my stepson's hormonal acne, the puberty acne, but does take down the inflammation. Cuts, scrapes, burns, blisters. We had a young lady, this was very exciting for me because I grew up, I have a metal allergy. Anytime I would put earrings in, I'd get the infection bubble immediately. This little girl comes, she's got the same issue as me, and she's got the infection. So she got the balm for the infection. Mom comes back next week. She goes, I had to come back and tell you, it did take care of the infection on her ear. She goes, but she can wear earrings now.
What about bug bites? Like if you got like a bug bite.
Oh, if you get a bug, one thing is like it's analgesic. So as soon as if you get a bug bite or a rash or anything like that, I had a woman who had shingles. That's the word. I almost called it scabies, not scabies. Shingles on her back, and she put it on there. It takes the itch right out immediately. And like the first time I used it on a bug bite, it took the itch out, and an hour later, my bug bite was gone. Same thing. My husband just had blisters. He was putting up a fence up at May's Ranch, and he had blisters on his hand. He put it on there. It just shrunk the blisters right down. He didn't have to pop them or anything. Face and body. That's one of the things is our products can go from head to toe. All of them. It can go up your nose, in your ears. It helps with hemorrhoids. It can go anywhere, and it can go from be used by a baby 3 months old all the way up to 100+ year old human beings. So it even helps with diaper rash. When they're teething, their urine gets very acidic, and like with my kids, it actually caused open sores. But I wish I would have had BeezGone back then. Every time someone uses it, they're coming back and like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. It got rid of this, it got rid of that. A gentleman that we know that was he's a contractor, split his hand open, and he was like didn't and he was out in rural area, and he didn't want to drive 45 minutes, to the urgent care. And so he's like, well, I'm going to try, because his granddaughter uses our balm on her eczema. He went and took it, put it on there. The next day, it was halfway closed up. And he called us up, and he's like, oh my gosh. And we just actually came back from there and we brought him some more. And it even works on pets. We use it on our dogs' noses and on their yeasty toes so they don't smell like Fritos. I have ridiculously soft skin. The event where I met you, in fact, one of the other vendors shook my hand, and she was sending everybody over to shake my hand. And people were going like this, and I'm like, and then when she's like, I told everyone to shake your hand. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm really hoping you're all not hitting on me in front of my husband here. But I have ridiculously soft skin because of the moisturizer. And if you have to use the balm on a large area, because even though it's all natural, it's medicinal. And so it can get a little bit sticky. So it neutralizes the sticky. It also even bonds with it and makes it even like better. And even like with tattoos, it makes your tattoos pop. Like yellow usually fades really fast. This is my dedication to BeezGone. This is my trademark. My husband has it too. The only difference is I'm the queen bee, so I have the crown. But yes, we are definitely adding to it. We are about to come out with a body deodorant, a body mist is going to be coming out, and we're also working on like a muscle pain rub. So like our balm takes care of like pain on the skin, and we're working on the muscle. We are just looking to replace one of the ingredients that we're not happy with. Products are amazing, and so people who use our products come back for more. And the problem that we have is getting the word out, because both of us are Gen X social media morons who took typing in school and have useless liberal arts degrees, never taking a computer class. Like I took a marketing class, and I'm like, okay, I understand everything you say, but I cannot apply it because I don't have this skill. So our biggest challenge has been getting the word out. So because there's so many people who could benefit from the products. Even if you don't, I even tell people that even if you don't have skin issues, you should still have a small jar of the balm in there, because if you cut yourself, you get a burn on the stove, a sunburn, any of that, bug bites, so even if you don't have a skin disease or issue or problem, that you should still have a jar of that. And of course, the moisturizer is it's just top notch. It's just so wonderful. It just feels so good going on, and your skin is just amazing. A lot of people don't realize that outside of a hypodermic needle going to the vein, the quickest way to your bloodstream is through your skin. And so when you're putting chemicals on your skin, you're putting it into your bloodstream, and you're putting it there fast. It doesn't even have to go through your stomach and have your stomach weed anything out or anything like that. So it's very important. It also helps with allergies, like environmental allergies as well, because of the honey. And that, so you're actually, like my environmental allergies are significantly better. And I actually use the stuff on my dogs as well, because they get the eye goopies and all that. And it's like a allergy shot. Honey is a miracle product. And then when you go and add lanolin to, because we have like chefs and nurses and all that, where they get real dry skin, like on their hands, on their knuckles and all that. And what they'll do is they'll put the balm on there, and of course they're washing their hands all day, but they don't have to put the balm back on, because the lanolin keeps it under the skin. And so it's like a invisible bandage. So you could be doing all your stuff, washing your hands and all that, and it's still working 24 to 48 hours. And it also even helps not just with skin issues, but like aging skin. I'm working on mine. I have an eyebrow issue right now, because I keep catching myself either like this or like this. I don't know what the deal is. So I went and created line. So now I'm working on my lines, but I've gotten rid of, I usually get deep lines. It's genetic. My mom and my grandmother also with the deep lines around the lips, it fills it right in. One of the things that I can't stand is when certain products where it'll fill in, wrinkles and stuff, and you kind of almost feel like your skin being tight, like you can feel. I hate that. Ours does not do that because that would annoy the heck out of me. Hey, that our stuff is what the dermatologist should be giving people.
Exactly.
I would do only natural products with all natural ingredients. Anything that, and you look at the ingredients, if the first ingredient is water or an alcohol, that's what it's made of. If water is a filler. We don't use water in any of our products because it's a filler. I would moisturize and use products every day. I would definitely recommend the balm if you have any issues. It takes care of scars. Even if you have old scars, it'll fade them out a little bit. New scars, it'll get rid of. Depending, and just to give you an example, I was sprayed in the face with battery acid when I was 16. I got hit head on by a drunk driver, and it went. And those women that cake on the makeup and you're like, oh, honey, blend. That was me because I'm trying to not look like I have burn scars on my face. And my stuff has faded my scars, not away. They're not gone. But if you look, it looks like I have freckles. If you look there, they're not freckles. That's my scarring. It just made it looks like now it's just a discoloration. And from far away, unless you're up in my face, to see that it's a discoloration as a result of having burns, people think that I have freckles. And to always have a thing of skin balm because people cut themselves, scrape themselves, get burns, blisters, all that stuff. I would definitely have that because then that's your skin will regenerate and heal faster. And it also prevents scarring and pain and long things, and always moisturizes. You don't need all those extra products with ours because you don't need like the toners and the masks and this and that, because the balm and the moisturizer alone will keep your skin looking beautiful. So you don't have to put all that stuff. And everyone should always look at the ingredients. Like I said, go all 100%, not 99% natural, 100%. Well, we have our website, which is www.beesgone.com. We're also on Facebook, Instagram. My daughter is in the middle of setting up the TikTok shop. I don't know if it's already done. And we're also in the process of getting on Amazon. So probably in the next week or two, the TikTok shop and the Amazon store will be open as well. And then just to let you know, BeezGone, we actually also have a nonprofit called May's Ranch. And BeezGone, that's our philanthropy, is our thing. We own 9 acres of land up in northern Nevada, and we're building a dog sanctuary for deaf dogs, old dogs, the ones that have been in the shelter too long or on the euthanasia list. And then we're going to help the rescues foster so that they can rescue more and find dogs a home because a lot of times they can't rescue as many dogs as they like because they don't have enough fosters. 9 acres, we can foster quite a few and help out. And so right now we're looking for people to just follow us on there and go on the journey while we build. That one is maymaysranch.org. And we're also on Facebook and Instagram, and just look under May's Ranch. May is one word, May. But yeah, we're very into helping the dogs, and I also crochet so that people will be able to order custom order products, and all the profit goes to May's Ranch. I take $0 from May's Ranch. I will not never take a what do you call it, a salary. That's 100% there. So the only thing that comes out of the profit there is money to buy more yarn. That's it. And then the rest goes to May's Ranch with all that. So they can, if you love crochet stuff, it's going to be coming up there, and she's going to be setting up an Etsy shop for May's Ranch as well for that, so that way people can donate and actually have something cool. So, and I've gotten pretty darn good. So I'm making a Philadelphia Eagles blanket now. It's going to be a king size blanket. It's pretty amazing because I'm an Eagles fan. Fly Eagles,
There
fly.
you go.
Go Birds. It's
Well,
so
yeah.
it's all a lot of fun. We keep him busy.
Excellent. Well, that's the reason we wanted to chat with you today because I love your passion and what you wanted to do and really get the word out there. So, of course, again, we'll let everybody know how important it is to support what you do, use the product, and they will never be disappointed. So, thank you so much for sharing your time with us.
Thank you. I appreciate it.